Hey, welcome back. So this is the weekend before the CrossFit Open starts. And if you're not a CrossFitter, that means absolutely nothing to you. So what is CrossFit Open? It's a part of the CrossFit Games, which CrossFit Games this year it's 2024 by the way, will be in Fort Worth. And it'll be, second week of August. And all of the best CrossFitters, the fittest on earth, will go to Fort Worth and they'll compete, and whoever wins the CrossFit Games will be crowned fittest on earth, which fittest CrossFitter on earth. I have no idea. Seems we need to get more people to participate. The Open is how you get to go to the CrossFit Games, and anybody who wants to. You don't have to be a CrossFitter necessarily to do the Open. You just sign up and you do the workouts, and it's now 3 workouts over 3 weekends that everybody performs. And that's kind of the cool part to the Open is all of the CrossFitters in the world and everybody who has signed up to do the Open all perform the same workouts more or less on the same weekend. The workout gets announced on Thursday, and you have to have your score in by Monday. So you have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I guess Monday to get your workouts, get the workout done, and get the score recorded on CrossFit's website, which is kind of cool. But to me, there are 2 issues that I'd like to address, which is first, within the registration, the data that gets collected that you can use to slice and dice the scores, to me, is insufficient. There's not enough data there to really tell me how I'm doing in regard to my programming, even though my coach does program, but I do my own stuff outside of what he does. What's collected doesn't tell me enough. Looking at everybody else, it's not there. And then the workouts themselves, every year there are new workouts. They'll repeat a workout sometimes within a year. And now that there's only 3 workouts, if they repeat a workout, that means there's only 2 new workouts that they're doing this year. So I'd like to address, how do you make this better? Which is, on the registration side, when you sign up for the Open, you have your name, your age, which gym you go to, if you do go to a gym, in which, if you don't, then it's what region you're in and what country you're in. And there is a thing for occupation, but it's really just for doctors, first responders, firemen, police officers, EMS, and then I guess teachers. I don't remember. I don't have it in front of me. And then if you're a CrossFit coach or an affiliate owner, that's all. Which, again, when all the scores get put in, it's, okay, you ranked, I'll rank 250,000th out of 250,000. Okay, that tells me overall that stuff. And yeah, you can slice it down to within my gym, this is where I'm at. But if that doesn't really help me make decisions on, should I go to CrossFit more? Should I change my diet? Should I do, what should I do to do better? Okay, it's, same thing with motorcycles. If you want to go faster on a motorcycle, more this, less this. That doesn't tell me anything. So on the registration side, there's a couple of things I'd love to see. First one, which potentially could be the most controversial and also the most fun, is what is your diet, your nutrition plan that you're following? Are you a paleo or a carnivore? Do you do Atkins, or, hey, do you go to Weight Watchers? I used to do Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers actually brought me to CrossFit. Another story for another day. Or the one that I really want to see, are you a vegan? I would love to be able to slice out and see, how do vegans compare to the population overall within CrossFit? Do you have a lot of vegans who are RXing the workouts? Are they making it into the quarterfinals and semifinals? I'm not aware of any games athletes who are vegan. Could be wrong, but I'm not aware of it. And if there was, I'm pretty sure, I mean, vegans are just as bad as CrossFitters. If, somebody's a CrossFitter, you'll know about it. And if somebody's a vegan, they'll make sure you know about it. So I don't think there's any vegans who are games athletes, but I would love to see, they loved claiming how healthy and how great their diet is. Well, then you should be great at CrossFit if your diet's so wonderful. Bring it. Next, what is your occupation? I'd love to see, hey, DevOps engineers versus Java. Well, you could nerd out too much, but you get the idea. How teachers, truck drivers, all of that type of stuff. I'd love them to collect that so you could slice and dice and see, again, how do I stack up as a DevOps engineer or a solution architect? It'd probably just be IT, but all the same, I'm the fittest IT guy on earth. Cool. So occupation. Then this gets a little challenging, and somebody would probably be able to know how to word it better than I do. But first one is, how many CrossFit classes do you attend a week? So, do you go once a week, 3 times, 5 times? I don't know if there are any gyms that are open 7 days a week, but sure, I go 7 days a week. That's, that'd be useful to know. Okay, you would expect people who go 5 times a week would score better than people who go like only 3 times a week, but we don't know that. So collect the data. Let's see. Might turn out that the people doing it 3 times a week are absolutely machines, and they're the ones who perform the best, and so maybe all of us should do 3 times a week, which maybe affiliate owners wouldn't like that, because hey, we want we want you going all the time because that's how they make money, but that's a different issue. The next one, which it's a little confusing, but how many hours a week do you spend in the gym outside of doing CrossFit classes? So in my case, I actually go to a gym, I call it the Normie gym, in the morning to do one lift, and I do physical therapy and mobilization stuff in the morning, just because a 1-hour CrossFit class, this is something I'll get into, is, man, they got to move, and the coaches have a job to get everybody through that warm up and through everything. So how many hours outside of CrossFit classes do you go to the gym? Be interesting to know. Off the top of my head, those are the main things that I'd love to have collected, because to me, with all of the open scores coming in and that data, I'd be able to look and see, okay, maybe my standard American diet, which in my opinion isn't exclusive to Americans based on what I see on the TV screen, is not cutting it. Maybe I need to be a little more disciplined. Hey, turns out the carnivores are just killing it. So, hey, there's my license to eat ribeyes all the time, right? Who doesn't want that? Dogs fence fighting. But that's, on the registration side, collect better data. The next piece is within the workouts. We only have 3 workouts now. It used to be 5, but even with the 5, I would have this complaint. I can't compare year to year my workouts because they're always changing. To which they're like, well, but we'll repeat one. So they might throw 13.1 into this year's workouts. Well, I wasn't doing CrossFit in 2013, so tells me nothing. And comparing there was the first workout I ever was able to RX was deadlifts and burpees over the bar. They won't repeat that one, but how am I supposed to compare that to, say, wall balls and rowing? You can't. I don't see a comparison. And just saying that the overall general thing doesn't tell me that much. So to fix that, 2 workouts, Murph and the CrossFit Total. So again, if you're not a CrossFitter, the CrossFit Total is just 1 rep maxes of deadlift, shoulder press, and back squat. I think you do it shoulder press, back squat, then deadlift in that order. But it's your 1 rep max, and you have to do it inside of a CrossFit class, so you have like 1 hour to get all that done. Pretty simple. And again, if you did that every year, you should hopefully see a line trending up, or at least, at a certain point it's going to flatten out, but all the same, it'd be kind of useful. Or if it's going down, uh-oh, something's wrong. The next one would be the Murph, which the Murph is a 1 mile run followed by 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then another mile run. It's lovely. Oh, and you're supposed to wear a 20-pound weight vest. So the way you do it for the Open is RX would be the Murph as written, meaning you wear the weight vest, 20-pound weight vest, you run your mile, you do 100 pull-ups, then you do 200 push-ups, then you do 300 air squats, and then you run a mile again. That would be the RX. The scaled version would be no weight vest, run the mile, and then you can partition the pull-ups, push-ups, and air squats. People will do 10 pull-ups, 20 push-ups, 30 air squats, and you do that 10 times. And then you run a mile again. And that would be the scaled version. But with all of that put together, year over year, you'd be able to look and see, am I getting better or not? Are the things that I'm doing in my workouts or things that I'm doing outside helping me, or am I going backward? So that's just my idea of how we can make the Open better and more useful than it is right now. Which, it's good in a community sense, but as far as telling me something that I couldn't figure out without the Open, it's not doing anything for me. Anyway, that's just what I was thinking about. Have a good one.